It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and this is going to be one of the weirdest videos that I've ever had to produce. I don't do drama. I really don't. I don't do drama. I don't kind of get involved in it. I get a lot of criticism online, of course. All views are subjective, and this is what it's all about, really. All views are subjective. There are people who agree with me, and there's people who don't agree with me. But generally, I think you come along and you watch along. You may not agree with everything I say. I don't agree with everything other people say either. But generally, well, let's start at the very beginning, shall we? I made a video 2 weeks ago where I put Old Northern Monk Faith, which is this 5.4% ABV beer, up against the new 5% Faith. And I really enjoyed the 5.4% ABV Old Faith. And a lot of you did too in the comments box. A lot of you people were kind of like, yeah, Old Faith is better than the new 5% ABV Northern Monk Faith. But that video came out 2 weeks ago. I've just put a screenshot up of an Instagram post by Northern Monk. And this was posted 3 days ago. So within 10 days of me making my video of Old Faith versus New Faith, it appears that Northern Monk have called me what they've called me. Now, I'm saying it appears that way. I think, I don't know for sure, because they put on their social media post and Instagram post something like, this just about passes our offensive test or something, non-offensive test. And I totally get why they might feel that way. I totally get it, because let's get Old Faith out into a glass and see what we get. The point I'm trying to get across here is that it's not just Northern Monk that are reducing the ABV on, let's say, Faith, for argument's sake, by 0.4% ABV down to 5% ABV. We've seen recently Kronenberg bring down Kronenberg. The ABV of that, I think, is 4.6 now, isn't it? Stella Artois, in my lifetime, has been reduced from 5.2% ABV to 5% ABV. Now I think it's down to 4.6% ABV. Carling's gone from, I remember Carling at about 5% ABV Corona, Carling Black Label. It then went down to 4.5%. It then went down to 4.2%. It's now down to, I believe, 4% ABV. There's been a lot of dumbing down of beers, a lot of alcohol reduction in beers over the last, I don't know, decade or so. But 2024 and the end of 2023 seemed like a watershed moment. It really seemed like there was a lot of breweries now. Brewdog have reduced Punk IPA, I believe twice, maybe 3 times. And all I was doing, and I'm entitled to do this. I'm a beer reviewer. I've brewed with Northern Monk. I've gone up to Northern Monk. I've helped them with their beer festival when it was called Hopulus Lupulus. Now it's called Hop City. Helped them with the first one. Helped Rob Derbyshire Hop Scene. I'm sorry to get you involved, Rob, but help Rob with Hopulus Lupulus. We got it all set up. Rob did a lot more than me, but I brewed a custard cream pale ale with Northern Monk. I sat round a table with the owner of Northern Monk after the brew day, and we had a few drinks together and so, and it was all jolly. It was all good. But this is what I do. This is my job, if you like. My job is I've chosen to review beer on YouTube. I'm not standing here saying I'm the greatest beer reviewer of all time. I don't think I am. But to put out an Instagram post within 10 days, calling someone a you know, let's try Old Faith. And I'm not doing I'm drinking Old Faith because, you know, like reacting. It's just purely the fact that when I bought Old Faith, I bought 4 cans of Old Faith in Lidl, in the reduced section. And I've got 3 cans left. Now I have 2 cans left. 2 cans of Old Faith. It's drinking wonderfully well, by the way. Wonderfully well. I've got nothing against Northern Monk. I certainly feel like I would never be in a position to name call against Northern Monk. And okay, I'll stand here and say, I don't think I should, but I will. I will, because I'm a humble guy. If I've caused offence to anybody at Northern Monk, then I sincerely apologise. But on the flip side of that, it wasn't my decision to reduce the ABV of Faith. It was Northern Monk's decision to take Faith from 5.4% ABV down to 5% ABV. It was their decision. They made that decision. The decision was made by Northern Monk, not me. Not me. Now, I've bought some cans of Old Faith at 5.4% ABV, and I put it up against the New Faith at 5% ABV, and I found Old Faith to be a far better beer. Far better beer. And in the comments box of the video, Old Faith versus New Faith, 99% of you agreed with me that Old Faith was a better beer. The fact that I've pointed this out, the fact that I've had an opinion on it, I don't think justifies me being called the name that I think that I've been called. Now, I might be barking up the wrong tree here, but it's a little bit close together, isn't it? Within 10 days of me making my video, someone's made Northern Monk have made Northern Monk made a post about calling somebody a... Oh, right. I'm not gonna repeat it. You've seen the screenshot at the start of the video. You've seen the title of the video. I don't think it needs repeating. I've worked on a building site. I've worked on many building sites. I've been called far worse. Stella Artois. I reviewed Stella Artois when it was reduced. Leffe when it was reduced in ABV. I'm about to review Kronenberg in the reduction of the ABV. I can't imagine any of them companies. They might think it internally. They might think it, but I can't imagine them coming out, putting a social media post out, you know, really being quite personal in that sense. Now, I was about to say earlier on, I am chalk and cheese. I know I'm chalk and cheese because I've been to many beer festivals and I've been on many beer trips with other beer bloggers. And I went to Spain once and it was quite a horrible experience. I went to Barcelona, I went to Catalonia in Spain. Some of you might have watched the videos. And I was kind of like front of the bus, sitting. And there was a lot of kind of sniggering and finger pointing from the back of the bus. From people older than me and wiser than me. And I know I'm chalk and cheese. I know that there's a certain faction, if you like, of the beer industry that don't like me. I know that. I know there's some breweries that don't like me. I know certainly there's some beer writers that clearly don't like me. I know I'm chalk and cheese. But at the end of the day, I have some honest friends as well in the beer industry. I have some good friends in the beer industry, and what you need to do in life in these situations is grasp at the positives. Grasp, see a mate who you haven't seen for a month or two in the beer industry. Go and see them. Go to a beer festival. Shake people's hands. Drink with people. Enjoy time with people. In life, you can't always get on with people. I just want to finish off with why I've made this video and has it affected me. That sounded like I was a bit soft-skinned then, didn't it, that last sentence? Let me just start off by saying it hasn't affected me whatsoever. I've made the video just to kind of like say that, hey, I'm a beer reviewer. If you're going to reduce your beer from 5.4% ABV down to 5% ABV, you've made that decision, not me. I'm the guy that helps the consumer. I'm the guy that when things go in the direction that the consumer may not want it to go in, then I will point a finger and I will say, hey, look what's going on here. And I think that's why people watch me. So that's the reason why I made that video. That's the reason why I'm making this video. Has it affected me? No, not at all. I've been called far worse. I've nearly been thrown off a building by another carpenter. Very close to flying off the top of a 7-story hotel once. This close. He really had enough of me, that guy. And, things have happened far worse. Name calling, if indeed that's what it is, name calling. Sticks and stones, isn't it? Sticks and stones. Just wanted to get that off my chest a little bit. I hope you liked the video. I am not a drama queen at all. I am not one of these people. I generally 99% of the stick that comes my way, I just ignore it. And I get a lot of stick. But from a professional brewery, which appears to have aimed their direction in my direction, then I think it's quite unprofessional. If I see these people at a beer festival, I'll go and shake their hand. I don't care. I'll shake their hand, I'll say hello, I'll drink some of their beer. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's all water under the bridge. But I just wanted to get that out there. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.